Goals from Gareth Bale, Heung-min Son and Dele get Tottenham the point in Austria. Spurs have now qualified for the last 32 in the Europa League. Lask 3, Tottenham Hotspur 3. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. It is game day. Lask v Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League in Austria. Now, so far this season, we have played 4 Europa League group stage games in Group J. We have won 3 and we have lost 1. We're sitting second in the group so far. We've got 9 points. We are behind Royal Antwerp. They have also got 9 points. But a point for Tottenham tonight will take us through to the round of 32. Just before I get into today's video, make sure that you download the OneFootball app for all of the live football scores, results and news, as well as getting all of the latest Spurs news on this channel. You can also see it all here. Download the OneFootball app to keep up to date with everything Tottenham Hotspur, club news, transfer news, match information, videos, tables and results from all around the world. Don't miss out, and please do let me know what you think of this app. Head coach Jose Mourinho has said that he is travelling to Austria not for a draw, but for a win. We want to win every single game. And the team that Jose Mourinho puts out tonight, I'm sure, will be a very, very strong 11. More than enough quality to win a game in Austria against Lask. Of course, in October, Spurs beat Lask at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium 3-0. It was a very comfortable win. I'm hoping and expecting and predicting a very comfortable win for Tottenham tonight. My score prediction is 2-0 with perhaps Heung-min Son to get both goals if he is playing. Let's wait and see when the team lineup comes out. Anyway, I'm now going to speak to Spurs fan Melvin all the way from Malta and get his thoughts ahead of tonight's match. So, Melvin, Lask v Tottenham Hotspur in Group J tonight in the Europa League. The team lineup has just come out. Joe Hart in goal, Doherty, Sanchez, Tanganga, Ben Davies is our captain, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Lo Celso, Ndombele, Gareth Bale, Lucas Moura and Heung-min Son. What do you make of that Tottenham lineup?
You know, he rested some key players, and it's a very, very strong team. You know, this team can even win in the Premier League, let alone in the Europa League, with some of the players playing. It's good. It's good to see Bale playing. Obviously, he's always been starting in the Europa League. Højbjerg looks like a must in this team, even though I'd like to see him rested. He'll probably be taken off after 60 minutes, you know, once we have the lead or something like that. And I'd like to see him play the kids. You know, it's a very strong lineup, and, you know, I hope we win.
Well, on the bench tonight, Melvin, we've got Whiteman, Austin, Aurier, Dyer, Sissoko, Winks, White, Dele, Jack Clark, Stephen Bergwijn and Scarlett. Do you hope to see a few of those come out?
Yeah, you just mentioned Dele on the bench. I didn't realize he was on the bench. You know, actually disappointed not to see him start. You know, how is he going to prove himself if he's on the bench?
Yeah.
We can't keep him on the bench if we're not playing him in the Premier League. How are we going to see him improve? He has to start in the Europa League. I think versus Lask away, it's a game for him to get minutes. You know, show us what he can do. If surely he needs these games. He needs to be playing for these games. If he's not playing in the Europa League, what's going to happen in January? You know, we cannot lose a player like Dele. We cannot just, you know, let his value drop, his confidence drop. He needs to be playing these games. And even if he gets his confidence up, he might help us in the long run in the season. If he can pick up, you know, his performances and impress Mourinho maybe till the later part of the season. If we get an injury, he can cover. But this leaves us short. You know what I mean?
Melvin, Tottenham only need 1 point tonight to qualify for the round of 32. Surely, though, tonight must be a routine win for Spurs.
Yeah, Jose says this all the time. Every game he wants to win, and the team he sets out is always to win. A point is a minimum. I don't see us losing today, but Jose will always set out his team to win, to get those 3 points, and probably that's what's going to happen. Anything else than 3 points is probably disappointing.
You mentioned Gareth Bale earlier, Melvin. Surely in these types of games, we need to see the best of him, don't we?
Yeah, hopefully 90 minutes today, unless he has intention of playing him in the weekend. You know, if hopefully, fingers crossed, Kane is okay to start and we don't have any other injuries. Hopefully we get to see 90 minutes of him and not 60 and being subbed off. I think he's cautious with Bale, as you would be. You know, he's a player who's had many injuries, but even with the injuries he have, he's still a quality player. He's still very good on the ball. He can offer the team a lot. His movement is very clever. And I just want to see, you know, a bit of the old Gareth Bale, maybe him pushing a bit more. I think his fitness will improve game by game. But at some point, we need a bit more from Gareth Bale. I think we've been patient now. We waited for him to gradually bring up his stamina and maybe recover some of his old pace. But I think now it's time for him to put a really good performance.
It has been great so far this season, though, Melvin, hasn't it, having the Europa League in place? Because I know, you know, when we were sort of 7th, 8th last season, a lot of fans were saying, well, we're better off not in the Europa League. But to play a lot of this squad, to play a lot of the fringe players, to give players opportunity, the Europa League is certainly doing that, isn't it? And it's all about taking the opportunities when you get them.
Yeah, listen, the Europa League, we're probably favourites to win this competition. If you look at the teams that are around us in the Europa League, and even the teams that from the Champions League that will drop down into the Europa League, we're probably one of the favourites to win this, unless a massive team like Real Madrid happen to drop into the Europa League. You have to see us as favourites. Jose Mourinho's played in this competition twice and won it twice. He knows what it takes to win it, and we definitely have the talent to win it. It's just he needs to prioritize our Premier League run, which is real, believe it or not, it's real, and the Europa League. He has to prioritize between these games, and I think the downfall of Tottenham will be if we prioritize one cup over the other, and for example, if we prioritize one thing over the other not properly, and we try to win them all and end up winning nothing. We need to prioritize well. You know, we're still in the League Cup, we're still in the FA Cup. We're fighting on all fronts. Because we win against Stoke, we're in the semi-final, and if we win the semi-final, we're in the final. Can get caught competing in the competitions and end up with. I'd like to see Mourinho prioritize and whatever gets us lifting those trophies.
Well, I'm sure there are some exciting times ahead, Melvin, and fingers crossed. Today's prediction, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win with Heung-min Son getting a brace. What are you going for?
I think we'll score early, and he'll put the kids in the second half. You know, he'll rest people against Arsenal. I think we'll try to start fast and then start taking off, you know, one player at a time. You know, he'll take Son off, maybe Højbjerg, and I don't know who's on the bench. Hopefully Dele's on the bench and he'll probably come on. I want to see the Scarlett come on again, and probably he'll bring on maybe Bergwijn. Having 5 substitutions in the Europa League is obviously massive. But I think we'll score early. I'll go for a 2-0.
Melvin, just before you go, I can't have you on without talking about the North London derby. I know it's got absolutely nothing to do with tonight, but how are you feeling ahead of the North London derby? Can Tottenham get a result and stay top of the Premier League?
Yeah, listen, all we need to do, it's simple. It's win all the remaining Premier League games and we're champion. It's extremely simple. That's all we have to do, is just win one game after the other and we'll lift the cup. On paper, it's simple, but it's very difficult. I think against Arsenal, a team who's struggling. Listen, how many times did we go into games and we think, oh, we're bang favourites to win this. We're flying, and the other team is struggling, and then it will be an awful performance. But this is the wild card we have, which is Jose Mourinho. He'll know what to tell the players. He'll know what to do in these moments. His vast experience, I trust the guy. I think that's what's going to win us the game. Arsenal will look to bounce and look. I think we'll score early. I'll go for a 2-0 win with Heung-min Son getting a brace. What are you going for? 2-0 win with Heung-min Son getting a brace. 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 2-0 win with right fingers crossed Harry Kane plays, because not having him, it's either Jose Mourinho mind games telling the media that there's a possibility that he doesn't play. It's probably one of his classic. So Arsenal, when they on the team sheet, they literally, it's like gutting for them. It's probably one of those. I see us beating Arsenal, hopefully. I think we have too much quality. They're struggling to score goals. We're not conceding goals, which is something new for us. And I can see us winning by a lot of goals, and I can see us, scraping a 1-0. But I only see us beating Arsenal.
Brilliant. That's what I love to hear. Fingers crossed. Melvin, enjoy the game tonight, and come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on.
The half-time whistle has just gone. Lask 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1. If I'm completely honest, Spurs are very fortunate to be going in the half-time break, drawing this game. Lask have played very well. It was a very shaky start from Spurs. In the 6th minute, Lask hit the post. A wonderful right-footed shot from just outside the box. Joe Hart completely beaten, and then it rebounded off the woodwork. In the 16th minute, a lovely bit of skill from Tottenham's Gareth Bale in the corner, taken on a few players, but failed to get the cross in. In the 21st minute, another last shot, but a comfortable save this time for Joe Hart. One of the best moves from Tottenham in the first half came in the 27th minute. Heung-min Son had the ball, played it through to Lucas Moura, but sadly the offside flag went up. In the 31st minute, Lask had a great move, but a great save from Tottenham goalkeeper Joe Hart. And, listening to the game, watching the game, you can just see and hear Joe Hart constantly shouting, constantly trying to organise his defence, and constantly trying to tell them what is going wrong in front of him. He's had a great game so far, and, fair play to him. He's been a great signing for Spurs so far this season. Just a minute later, Gareth Bale had a free kick. It hit the wall. It was handballed. He had another opportunity. That then hit the wall. He had a third attempt. Then that was blocked as well. In the 40th minute, Lask floated the corner in. Joe Hart dealt with it very well, punching the ball away. As I say, he's had a good 45 minutes for Spurs so far. In the 42nd minute, the Lask goal came. We could tell it was coming. They had a number of opportunities. And, what worries me at the moment in this first 45 minutes, certainly that the ball is going in between Sanchez and Doherty. And Lask are finding it very easy, finding a lot of space in there. So they do need to sort that out for the second half. But in the 42nd minute, the last goal came. Doherty slipped in their half. They went on the attack. A great goal from range for them. And the ball just dipped in front of Joe Hart. Joe Hart was very unlucky. I thought when he hit it, I thought that Joe Hart would deal with that very comfortably, certainly after the first 45 minutes he'd had anyway. But the ball just dipped at the right time and the right pace and just went into the net. And as I say, Lask took a fully deserved lead. Tottenham got very lucky. Just before half-time, we were awarded a penalty. Gareth Bale put it away to the left and the goalkeeper's right, and it has made it 1-1. But the players do need to step up. It will be interesting to see if Jose Mourinho makes a number of substitutions at half-time. Of course, when we went down 1-0 Antwerp, the only defeat in the Europa League group stages so far in this season, Jose Mourinho made a number of changes and also come out publicly and said that he could have changed the whole team. Now, the players do need to step it up for the second half. I know we only need a point to qualify for the round of 32 in the Europa League, but we want to win this game. It is very important that we win the group. And of course, next week we have got Royal Antwerp, who are ahead of the group at the moment. Anyway, I'm now going to speak to Spurs fan Dave to get his thoughts on the first half. Dave, it's half-time. Lask 1, Tottenham 1. What have you made of the first half?
I just thought that goal, all the action came right at the end, and I was really in the dumps with the way we were playing, and then we got lucky. We got lucky at the last kick of the game, I thought, with that handball and the penalty. Because I think we've been really shocking. This is like Antwerp revisited. I think, I don't know what you think, Chris, but I think all the misplaced passes, and we just don't look at the races. It looks like we haven't seen each other before. People falling over. I mean, Doherty fell over, didn't he, for that goal? I mean, it's been coming. I mean, it's been coming since about the first couple of minutes. They've had so many chances. They've hit the post. And Hart has equipped himself very well. He's been our best player, I thought, so far. You know, the goal.
Every Lask attack, they seem to be exploiting the space between Doherty and Sanchez.
That down that flank is wide open. He's got to plug that hole in the second half. He might even take Sanchez off. I don't know if we've got another centre half. Probably not. But he's having a shocker, Sanchez. He's been misplacing passing. He's got away with a couple, really. He tapped back the Hart. It's been very painful to watch, really. And Lask, I mean, they're no mugs. I've been impressed. I mean, we made them look good, but I think they've taken it. You can see why they haven't lost many games, because they're no mugs. And we weren't getting into the game at all. We were just sitting off, and I don't know. I mean, it was as though we were just sort of 11 blokes turned up, and we were having a game of football. It was they're not good enough, and Jose is going to go mad at half time. I think he'll take five subs. He might make the 4 or 5 subs at half time. You know what he's like. He might even bring Ali on and Winksy. I don't know, but I don't know about this Lo Celso and Dembele playing together. And Dembele's he got us the penalty, and I think he's had a fairly good game. But I mean, good game. I mean, Joe Hart's our best performer, I think. Good job he's been on the ball. We
haven't really created enough, though, Dave, have we?
We haven't created anything. With those two players on the pitch, you'd think Sonny's been anonymous. We didn't see anything of him at Chelsea, and really, we haven't seen anything of him tonight. I mean, he was pulled over. I don't know if you noticed, in the first couple of minutes, their players were pushing him over, even from the kick-off. I don't know what all that was about, and it's all like he'd been targeted. He'd been roughed up before. They're going to give him a pasting. But you go over the halfway line, sonny boy, and we'll give you one. But no, I I don't know if you picked that up, but it wasn't good. It wasn't the Queensberry rules anyway. I know.
I picked it up, Dave, but I didn't come out with that wording. Is Jose Mourinho going to make enough changes though at half time, Dave? And can Tottenham go on to win this game?
Well, we need to put the group to bed tonight. Really, we need another. We don't want a draw and then we qualified, but we want to. Then it's all on beating Antwerp. He'll have to play his strongest team against Antwerp. But really, we want to qualify. And we want to avoid the dropouts in the last 32. So
I was going to say, David, it's very important to win the group, isn't it?
Absolutely. Then we avoid all these Champions League dropouts because there's some dangerous floaters there, if you pardon the pun. But he's well on there. He's well above all that. I know.
I didn't realise that you could make me laugh so much at half time after watching that first 45 minutes.
Yeah, you've enjoyed the half time chat better than the game, I know.
Dave, enjoy the second half and come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. I'm going to have your dinner now.
The game has just finished. Lask 3, Tottenham Hotspur 3, and I must say I didn't see that scoreline coming. In the 56th minute, Tottenham went 2-1 up. Tanguy Ndombele won the ball in the centre of the park, put a wonderful weighted ball through to Heung-min Son. He was away, finished with his right foot, and does what Heung-min Son does best. 2-1 Tottenham. In the 64th minute, Tottenham should have put this game way beyond Lask's reach, because it should have been 3-1, without any question. Gareth Bale and Heung-min Son running through. Gareth Bale very unselfishly passed it or he thought he was passed it to Heung-min Son. It went behind Heung-min Son. Gareth Bale thought he was just passing it along. Heung-min Son would tap it in, but it went behind him, and what a glorious opportunity missed. In the 71st minute, a good move from Lask. Sanchez fouled to clear, and they shot just wide. In the 74th minute, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg shot over from a tight angle after a Tottenham corner, unlucky. And then in the 84th minute, it was 2-2. Poor defending from Spurs, so much space for Lask. And the ball went in between Doherty and Sanchez. I said this at half-time. They were exploiting that area, they were exploiting that space throughout the whole of the match, and another goal came between them two. Joe Hart could have done and should have done a little bit better though. In the 86th minute, Tottenham Hotspur went 3-2 up. Dele Alli finished with a penalty after Steven Bergwijn was brought down. Obviously, them two had just come on as subs. Overall, I thought that Tottenham defended very poorly throughout the match, and it proved it. Lask got a point out of the game, a 3-3 draw in the 93rd minute. Another great goal from Lask, and I must say that Sanchez and the defending was pretty poor in front. We fouled to clear, we fouled to close down, and they shot from outside the box, and I must say that Lask's 3 goals today have been superb. Joe Hart hasn't really had any chance with any of them. Anyway, Tottenham have got the result. We needed a point to qualify it for the last 32 of the Europa League. We've got the job done. Jose Mourinho wanted to come to Austria and get the 3 points. We only needed 1 to qualify. We've got that. Let's beat Antwerp next week at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and then we might just go on to win the group. Belgium side Royal Antwerp actually beat Ludogorets 3-1 tonight. They are still top of Group J. They have played 5, they have won 4, they have lost 1. They've got a goal difference of +5. They have 12 points. Tottenham have played 5, we have won 3, we've drawn 1, we've lost 1. We've got a goal difference of +8, and we have 10 points. So a win against Royal Antwerp at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium next week. We will be winners of Group J. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please do put all of your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you on the next video. Until then, the trophies are coming. Come on, you Spurs.